All right, I personally don't make no videos all the time, but I wanted to kind of talk about a dream I had. So, I had a dream last night. Well, actually not last night, literally just a couple hours ago. Just took a quick nap, right? And I dreamt about that I was in the middle, not in the middle, I was living in this big ass white house. It was a really nice house, but it wasn't the first time I dreamt about this one place, right? And it felt like I was being narrated to the entire fucking thing. Like another voice was telling me about it. It was really fucking weird. And it was kind of walking me through it. And I was walking through this house. The house is boarded up, and the windows are covered with paper and stuff like that. Like this gives me like real like dystopian a little bit. And it was a big ass property. And I was in there. I guess I was working, but I still lived there. I didn't get it what the fuck was happening, to be honest. And I was there. Like something told me like the reserves were low, like the water reserves, the food reserves were really low. Like something was happening outside. Like that's the reason why everybody was locked inside the house. And whatchamacallit, oh my god, I'm losing my train of fucking thought. And something told me to kind of like look outside. And I was there and I saw my cousin, which I'd never fucking dreamed about before, weirdly. And he had, what is it? He was outside, like in front of the house, and it looked like he was guarding the house. It was weird. Like he was surrounded by a bunch of like music instruments and music like stuff. It was an interesting one. And clearly I was looking outside seeing this, and I see these three little gray men. Like that's what we call them at least, but like they have another name, like an actual name. I'm pretty sure they have a name for the race, but we know them as the gray men. I saw three of them approach him, and he kind of freaked the fuck out. Like I saw him go over, but then he went to the instruments, and then he literally, I guess he hit it, and the shit exploded. And everybody in the house ran to the back of the actual house. And let's see. And the gray man came in, and I was like, oh shit. I don't know what in my fucking head drove me to this, but like in my actual, what is it? Oh my god, that doesn't help at all. In my dream, the gray men like were below me, and I was like above the stairs, and I was like, you know, fuck this. If I'm gonna go out fighting. And I jumped on top of one of them and pushed one, and like this, and the other gray man literally in English is like, oh, this one's a lively one. And like they try to tell me what like a tentacle or things like that. Again, this is just me dreaming, and I don't believe it 100%, but like something tells me, I'm like, this is something that's happened before, or like some shit like that. I don't know. I believe in like the LA and shit like that, like because we're a different species in another world. We're a different species on this planet. Like not all of us look the same. There's a reason and purpose for all of us not looking the same. But yeah, I had this dream, and it started narrating after that. After like the encounter with like the three gray men, I was instantly transported to another place. And in the dream, it started narrating, saying that they took us, but not for what people would think that they would take us for. They had locked us up in these little cubes, like little flat cubes. And mind you, they said, and in my head, it literally told me, but they weren't dangerous at all. They just need to extract something from us. And I've heard and I've read about this being a certain thing that happens in these cases. And sorry, it's like storming really, really fucking bad. And I came to my car to record this shit because I really wanted to talk about it. Because I talked to my mom about it, And I'm like, no, I think somebody else would enjoy listening to my crazy ass alien abduction story, I guess. It didn't. I don't think it happened, but like my mom was like, maybe you did at one point. I'm like, bitch, you crazy, you crazy. And the what is it? So in the dream itself, I was clearly in the cube, and it told me like I was the very last one taken. I'm like, what the fuck? And they literally went through step by step process of what the abduction really was for. They literally explained to me in the dream. They're like, your whatchamacallit, like, we're not going to hurt you, like, but we're going to numb you. So basically they numb the entire body. Like, we're going to drill into the middle of your forehead, just a couple millimeters, because we need to extract a little bit of DNA. And weirdly, yeah, again, like, it was narrating to me as it was happening. And then it literally just, that didn't stop there. We were put into this like the big ass room, and like the edges, you know, like sometimes, you know, like those like bougie ass places where like they have like the edge, like the baseboard, like the light lights up, and so that's how you see. That's literally how it felt. Like it was a big ass brown bronze room, big ass pillars, and the lights were lit up. And then they didn't experiment us like physically. They made us do like certain like every activities. That's what they did. And they had me perform and dance with like this group. I didn't know who this group was, by the way. They just made us do it together. And I was like, this is cool. And they told us like, we're not going to hurt you, we're going to bring you back, like, but we need our own scientific research as well. And I was like, that's some crazy shit. And there was a name of the alien, like, but I can't fucking remember the name. And like it was clearly told to me, like, and I hear it in the back of my head, but like it's like like it's mumbled, and I don't know how to explain it. But like I've always had like a weird like understanding and foresight, intuition growing up. I've always been ahead of my time as it is. A lot of people don't believe me, but it really is. I'm a really high intellectual that was never really given the opportunity to be able to showcase it to anyone. And so that's okay. That's really okay. I love being underestimated. I love people telling me that I can't do certain shit because of where I come from. And that's literally what my problem has been, is that certain factors of what I wanted to do was out of reach for me because of the color of my skin, the color and my history and everything where it was. Like realistically, believe it or not, I was supposed to graduate at the age of 16 from high school. But they didn't allow me to because the programs and stuff like that was not available to me in where I used to live. So I literally had to dumb myself down for a lot of people. I sometimes feel that's what my problem has always been. Like I've always been having to dumb down everything of me to accommodate what others want from me. And I don't know what that little dream was about, but realistically, it was really weird, and I really, really wanted to fucking tell it to somebody. But I don't know. I love aliens. I love studying them. I love because it's not the fact that it's something new. It's something we have very little research of it. Public domain, at least. The public domain has very little research to it, but we can go off of out of encounters, paperwork, of what is it? Government documents and stuff like that. But we as the people themselves do not have any actual like hardcore concrete evidence of these interactions. We have speculations. We call these people fucking crazy. I don't think they're fucking crazy. None of them are crazy. Again, because all of us are literal energy. We are a literal thought created and manifested into reality. That I believe that, yeah, we really are going to encounter them soon. Not in a way that people think we're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna take over. They're not going to do that. But I have like a weird sneaking suspicion that, again, this is pure speculation. I don't have any concrete evidence for this, but like my intuition is really, really good, and I feel like I saw somebody else talk about this, and I'm like, yeah, this sounds about right. Like it will sound correct, but like it's gonna be initialized in a different way. That they're going to make a false alien attack, that they're going to basically put the fear into us, because realistically that's what they're doing. They're basically fear mongering. They're making certain things, they're trying to deflect our attention to elsewhere. In case of, but they're not. Oh my god, fucking tongue tied here. They are basically distracting us from what's really happening in the world, and that's the reason why they brought up the whole alien thing, the whole pride thing. Like, that's the reason why there's these so many irrelevant problems that are becoming big problems for no reason. And that's why they're garnering a lot of attention to it, because they're distracting you from what's actually happening within the government, what's happening in the world, what's happening in the economy, what's happening to basically just everything. That's literally what it is that they're fear-mongering, they're deflecting our attention elsewhere. But those who know, and those who, not saying they're spiritual, but like those people who like have their eyes open are seeing what's actually happening. But a lot of people are not seeing it the same way, and we're not going to, because we're all on a different level of understanding, different level energetically. We're all different, and it's not the fact that we're different. It's actually no, it's good that we're different, because what happens if all of us fucking knew? Like, realistically. And yeah, and sometimes I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the actual fuck is happening? Like, I generally always could question what the fuck is happening, because I'm like, a lot of these things are like, in my head, I would feel like are like common sense of certain things that have to be said, certain things that have to be done for the good of the community, good of the people, because that's what I am, at least. I like to try to do good for the people. And regardless of people's opinions about me, of like the art and stuff like that I like to draw, it's not any that fucking serious. It really is not that fucking serious. It's not. It's literally just for fun. It's satire, because that's what I enjoy. I love a good dark humor. I love dark jokes and stuff like that, and that kind of is like me pushing the dark humor sense in a way in art form. But what is it? That's kind of like where I'm at right now. And yeah, so like back to the dream. Sorry, I went on a whole ass tangent. But yeah, it was the weirdest fucking thing, because again, it was narrated to me, and I was like, this is weird. You know what I mean? Even in my head, I was like, this is weird. But yeah, I've never dreamt about aliens and stuff like that. For the amount of movies and horror movies and stuff like that, sci-fi stuff like that I've watched growing up to now, never dreamt about them. But I have dreamt about destruction in our house, not the house, but destruction of the world, and like the influence of certain like that. It's a very subconscious thing, and obviously the brain subconsciously brings back certain things in the back of the head that we think about, like we're not thinking consciously, and bring it to our subconscious. And that's obviously where we get our dreams and shit like that from. So I'm over here like, I wonder. So yeah, that's literally just the story I really wanted to tell you. It's very different, and I know a lot of people will be like, you fucking crazy, you high. Nah, I just came back from work, and I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I just want to take a quick nap. I slept for like 3 hours because my eyes are really heavy, because I work on the computer all the fucking time. And that's what it is. So yeah, hopefully you found that entertaining as much as I did. Bye.